All right, welcome to another figure updates video. So it's still September and it's still pretty slow. I'm gonna get this video out on September 12th. And just to give a little update on my previous Ami order, I shipped surface mail parcel for like the first time, and I made the order out early in August. So about 4 weeks after you make that purchase, you could contact Ami and ask them, hey, look, has it left Japan yet? And so that's what I did. They told me it actually left on September 1st. So from September 1st and 4 months later, that is when, if you haven't received any updates on the shipping or a shipping like tracking number, if it's arrived at your country's destination, then you get this, ask them again, hey, go investigate this. What is happening with that purchase or with that order? So it looks like I'm in 4 months of I have no clue when it's gonna come, but it's good to kind of track and see how long it takes from when it leaves Japan to how long it gets to the States. I want to get a good idea of that. So before I continue the video, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and please check out my blog at otakusen.com. And I am also being more active on TikTok. I give my anime opinions, and sometimes I get a little bit of hate for it, but you know, that's okay. I have strong opinions, and of course, I'm going to get some strong responses, and that's all okay. I respect everyone's opinions. That's why art is fun. It can be very subjective. For this week, on September 15th, the second part of Bastard is coming out on Netflix. I'm very, very excited for that. So we're going to finish off from episodes about 13 to 24, and I will be binge watching that. It's going to come out on the 15th, which is the Thursday. So I'm going to be probably doing like a whole season review. I'm going to binge watch that. And Spy Family, that second part or the second season, I don't know what they're calling that right now. On October 1st, they're going to finish out. They're going to cover like 2-3 arcs too. So that's going to be pretty fun. Mob Psycho's coming out on October 5th. And To Your Eternity is kind of more of a low-key kind of anime, but still somewhat popular within like the anime community, I guess. But yeah, that's coming out on October 23rd, season 2. That should be a fun one. That's very different from the other animes that I watch. And of course, Chainsaw Man comes out on October 11th. That should be a real fun one because that's probably going to be the biggest anime that's going to come out until Demon Slayer and like Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen and One Punch Man make their comeback early next year. And also one thing about Jujutsu Kaisen, they have like some TV special that's going to be released on September 18th. So that's going to be like a Sunday. So there's probably going to be some news that come from that. So that should be pretty fun as well. And the last anime that I will be watching for this year is My Hero Academia. It is coming out on October 1st. I'm gonna be writing reviews. I'll try to cover some news here and there about all of that. But yeah, check out my blog at otakusen.com. Check me out on TikTok. Like, sub to the channel. And yeah, let's just talk about the very first figure that I actually want to talk about. Again, it's of course Bastard. Bastard's coming out on the 15th, which is a Thursday. That is when the second part of the season is going to come out. So of course they're going to drop pre-orders, right? So on the Twitter, pre-orders are starting on that same day, which is really, really exciting. It's going to be on the Metacost like website, their main like website. So I'm hoping it hits like other websites like Ami, maybe Good Smile US might pick them up or something like that. But I want to pay attention to a lot of the other Japanese stores, but it does say like something about it coming with extra special effects, so that should be kind of interesting if that's only store exclusive or will other stores pick up like those extra effects. But yeah, that's just something to keep an eye on. I don't really expect like these pre-orders to kind of like sell out or really quick or anything. It's still relatively new in the eyes of like a newer audience. Yeah, I'm assuming that there's going to be still some available. I don't expect this to kind of sell out. But yeah, Bastard, Dark Schneider, the figure coming out for pre-orders on the 15th. And they have a slew of other characters from the anime that they're gonna eventually start dropping pre-orders for as well, so that is gonna be fun to pay attention to. And the next figure that I am paying attention to right now is I forgot to talk about this on my previous video, but it's the Tanjiro resin from Infinity Studio. Of course, Infinity Studio, one of the top resin companies, very, very high quality, probably very heavy. And they make a lot of around like 1/4 scales, which is basically like that B style size for freeing 1/4 scales, but resin and higher quality, even more detailed. But yeah, that's just something I want to keep in mind, because for these characters that are a bit more iconic and are central to the story, I prefer to get more of their high quality figures. So it's like if you pick up a Naruto or a character of that magnitude, there's just so much out there that I want to try to get, you know, one of the top options of quality and design. So yeah, Kamado, Tanjiro, Demon Slayer, Infinity Studio. I'll probably keep an eye on it and see what comes of that when they release more pictures and stuff for it. But the next figure is another Demon Slayer figure. It's Agatsuma Zenitsu. And this figure is like a 1/5 scale, at least that's what it says on Speculative Fiction. So they are made by Great Eastern Entertainment. I tried to do a little bit of research on them, and I guess they have their own merch store, and they make like other kind of like cheaper merch, like anime shirts that are like $23 to under $20. That's really, really cheap. But I mean, a lot of these anime shirts, like you kind of just wear it when the hype is there, and eventually, you know, goes away after a short period of time. But yeah, this Zenitsu figure, the prototype pictures for it look really, really amazing. And it's listed at on their official website at $880. On Speculative Fiction, it's like $800, and it, you know, they have free shipping if it's within the US. So that's probably going to be the best price for it. I also made a blog post about it, so if you guys want to check out the blog post, if you guys want to see more of the pictures, and of course they have like a little video for it. And my biggest thing about the video, or they actually have the figure in person, but it's a little bit different from the pictures because you don't necessarily get the blue light even when the figure is lit. So this figure comes with like kind of LED lights, but as you can see here, like it's mostly yellow, and from manufacturer pictures, you know, you have more of the blue lightning effects, which makes it look a lot better because you have a bit more of the contrast, and you get that lightning kind of colors. You know, you get the blue, yellow, orangey kind of color mix. So that's what you kind of expect out of lightning, right? But the figure itself, that's just the only one downside that I have to say about this figure is the effects are all kind of yellow, and it's missing some of the blue that will make this figure pop a little more. But for $800, there is another Infinity Studio figure of Zenitsu, a 1/4 scale, that's going for like $12.50 or something like that on Speculative Fiction as well. You know, I do like that one. I might like that one a little bit more, but for like over $400 less, you know, this figure seems more appropriate and a little bit more affordable. We don't have anything really to base off how well their quality is, so you essentially have to buy this figure to know for sure that, hey, it's worth it. Somebody has to eventually buy it, right? So I don't expect this figure to like sell out or anything, because people, that's a lot of money. It's probably going to sit there, and I'm okay with that because maybe I might catch a discount down the line. But yeah, for Speculative Fiction Shop, apparently they have this for Q3 of 2024. That's really, really far. On the Great Eastern Entertainment, their merch site, they're expecting it to come November of this year. So if you want it a lot sooner, I would pre-order it from their website. You will be paying a little bit more straight from their website. You might be paying the shipping too. I'm not too sure actually. But on their website though, they have like a lot of cheap merch. So I did buy some shirts. So hopefully I'm going to get that by the end of the week or early next week. I guess I'll find out how good their merch is. And one other funny thing is like Great Eastern Entertainment, they are located in Compton, California. And that's like one of the last places I would think that would be some weeb shop out there. But shout outs to Compton, California for having an anime store. That's pretty cool. And the next figure, like this one has been out for a while now, and it's Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. It's a Shibuya Scramble figure, you know, by Eastream and Mappa. One thing about this character, Sukuna in particular, is like in Jujutsu Kaisen, He's clearly the main villain. He popped up in episode 1 of the anime. He is the main villain, but the thing is, we don't know that much about him. If you read the manga, you have a little bit more insight, but at the end of the day, we still don't know. We don't know what truly his end goal is. We don't know a lot of things still about him. We just know he's just a super badass villain that is super, super powerful. And he's probably going to mess stuff up when we get closer to the end of the story of Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't have a deep connection to this character, but at the same time, it's like, it might happen where I might have a deep connection to this character, and I want to have anime figures of him if I actually really, really like the character. So far, like, he's cool. He's like not that much different from many other villains just in terms of like his, yeah, I'm a bad guy, I want to get stronger, and I want to essentially rule the world or whatever, right? It's pretty typical, pretty normal, but that's why we need to get further into this Jujutsu Kaisen story for me to like really feel anything that's relatable to this character. But he is cool, and it's just something I want to keep my eyes on, I guess. He is on AmiAmi for pre-order. He's a 1/7 scale, so 36,300 yen. That turns out to be around $255. I'm guessing shipping is probably going to cost me probably at least $60 for this figure. So you're probably looking at like $310 for him. So $310 is a lot of money for a character you're kind of on the fence with. So that's where I kind of have him at. So he's been available for pre-order for a while now, but it's just something I want to mention. But yeah, Sukuna is just another figure on my wish list that I most likely won't get, but it might get interesting when he's actually released, and whenever that time is, which is going to be in June of 2023. So it's almost another year from now when he's going to be released, and you know how these things go, they get delayed. So you know, by then I might actually want to buy him, but you know, it's cool that there's prototype pictures and all that type of stuff already available, so we could kind of just sit on this one for a while. On Right Stuff Anime, if you bought it from there, so they have it listed if you're a member at $13.99, and let's say you bought with the shipping, it's probably gonna cost at least maybe like $18. So you're probably looking at $330. So there's not that much of a price difference, and I'm pretty sure Crunchyroll Store will probably get them too. I'm pretty sure to have, if they once they get it in stock, you could buy it then and get the free shipping. So that might be able to help you a bit. But yeah, not that big of a price difference from US retail prices versus the Japanese price. And the last figure I actually want to talk about, it's a very general one. Daki and Gyutaro from Kimetsu no Yaiba, so Demon Slayer. It's a Daki figure. It's hard to find these kind of characters in very good quality scales. So it looks like for these two characters in particular, there's only like the Kanofig one. And I guess it's probably just going to be this figure Art 01. And I might settle for this because I really want the characters. I really like these two characters, but you know, I wish I had a little bit better options to buy them. But this isn't too bad. I mean, she looks okay. He looks a little bit better. But at the end of the day, I guess they're probably not popular enough for them to sell enough of their figures to make scales that are probably going to cost $200 and plus. So I completely understand that, and this is probably one that I will buy. It's not like an instant pre-order or anything. It's going to be available probably on release day, so I'm probably just going to buy it then. But yeah, Gyutaro and Daki, Figuarts Zero, they do a decent job. It's on the cheaper side of things, but it's still worth it depending on which ones. And I think this one is worth it because of the lack of options, of higher quality options. I'm okay with this one. And here at hobbygenki.com is at 10,725 yen, which I think that comes out to be around like $76 in US dollars as of September 11th, September 12th of 2022. On Right Stuff Anime, if you are a member, it's $128.99, and let's say it's about like $15 shipping or something like that. So you're looking more like $143.99 maybe for this figure, which is pretty fair. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. And I definitely want to highlight more of these like higher end figures, or figures that, you know, maybe most of us won't be able to afford, but it's cool to kind of shine a light on these other companies that maybe we don't really know much about. Just try to highlight them if they have good work and good quality figures. But yeah, if I had to choose out of everything so far, I'll probably get the Daki and Gyutaro one. But I'm not going to pre-order it. I'm just going to wait for a release day. So at the end of March, probably April of 2023 is when it's going to be released. So I will probably cop it by then. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out my blog at otakusen.com. I'm going to be covering a few other animes on the blog, like Spy Family, like Mob Psycho Season 3, Mob Psycho 100 Season 3, To Your Eternity, Bastard Part 2, Chainsaw Man. So yeah, those are the animes I'm going to be covering. And check me out on TikTok. We could talk about anime there. Comment below what you guys think about any of these figures. What other figures are you guys looking forward to? And I just want to say I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next video.